Making sure everything is working before starting up. Says I have an excellent connection. See how everything goes. See how everything... Okay, so one of the things that I'll be doing is I think I'll stream the dev stream on Thursday. See how that goes. Or was it Friday? It's Thursday, right? Either way, it's we're going to be heading off into the new stuff fairly soon, and that's fairly exciting, I think. Um. Oh, hello there. So, new week, new problems to solve, I suppose. So let's see, pick up some mods. Single blow Merc 2 folk. That shouldn't be too hard to get. Help Clem, or Cled, yeah, Clem. 3 wagers in a row. Archon Hunt. Invasion. Necromech. Okay. Some stuff that's fairly straightforward. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just do the Archon Hunt. I don't even know what's there. Let's see. So, Boreal, mobile defense, excavation, excavation. I would have less of there's only one real thing that they need to fix with excavation, and they just need to make those stupid battery things spawn more often. That's realistically all that they need to do. Okay, silence. Nah. Let's get some damage here. My computer's a little laggy. I haven't turned it off since last week, so I'll probably need to handle that later. I joined a new clan. They're not the most active though, so I might. I'm gonna keep jumping around a little bit. I've joined their Discord. They don't really talk too often. Yeah, not really sure what else to say. No data. What do you mean no data? Am I... Oh, no, it's excellent connection. Okay. Yeah, so... I don't know. Apparently, the Gath is supposedly built out of a new room coming out in the next month. So, or at least, like, you can acquire the stuff for it. There. Ooh, a little laggy. I've already done the, oh, what was it called? The... What is his name? Hall mission for the week. Look at how many stacks of heat. Poor guy. Yeah, so... I'm sorry that I haven't been, like, posting very many videos lately. I've just... I don't know. Like, it's taken a real long time to... work on this... whatchamacallit? Incarnate video. I'm doing... I'll do my best to get it out this week. Avoiding distractions and whatnot where I can. But, yeah, I kind of just want to get it out at this point. So I've re-recorded the audio like a bunch of times at this point though, because I'm not happy with, like, I want to make sure that, like, it's not scripted, but it's also casual, but also doesn't sound like shite, you know? Maybe I should take an improv course. Maybe that'll help out. The more I stream, the easier that just talking into Oblivion gets, though. So that's not an issue, I think. Yeah, the Torrid's just good. is always going to be my favorite. Very easy to build. Not many requirements. It's effortless. Very good. Very, very good. Oh no, look, a sentient. Oh no, it's gone. So after I put out the Warframe video, I'm going to be I'm still gonna put out a Warframe video every now and again. But I think I'll move on over to more roguelike stuff so I can cut it up and make it into proper videos. Because right now I don't think I'm in the right mindset for a continuous series of like a storied video game. Like I like enjoying my games casually, and from my experience so far in streaming, I really don't appreciate like the backseat gaming and whatnot. So, oh, I might be done here. There we go, good. Oh right, I don't got my pet for some reason. I think I was trying to avoid picking things up, so I need to re-equip my pet. 80% slow is pretty good. So First Descendant is also getting closer to dropping. I'm probably not going to play it. I ended up trying it out in the beta and I wasn't too impressed. They make a lot of promises for like how it should feel, but during playtesting, it was a little lackluster, to say the least. Like, it feels a little contrived, playing it. Like, for instance, in Warframe, it's just like, okay, you go to mission nodes, you do that, right? In First Descendant, like, you have an open map, and you can go to a specific place to get a mission. So, and then the mission just starts, and then it populates the world. And then you can have different people in that world sharing it with you. I don't think last time I played, you couldn't make it private. And I feel like that's going to be a bit of a nightmare. Because if you take a look at... Okay, so one of the biggest misgivings I have about Warframe, for instance, is the hubs. I would love for there to be an option to access the hubs without accessing the hubs, if that makes sense. Like, I would prefer there just be a menu that says, okay, you want to talk to these people and do these things? Good. No loading screen, no nothing. Just do the menus. If you want to go to the hubs, you can go to the hubs and explore. We'll put something special in each hub, right? As a reward. Because, I don't know, like, they tried really hard to push the hubs as a place for you to have a social interaction with random folk out there, but it's like really poorly thought through, right? Like, if you're going to have like a group of 100 people in the same room, they're probably not going to interact with each other unless they absolutely have to. And, well, that's essentially how I see it. Like, you barely see any activity, like, communication happening in the hubs themselves. Like the relays, the planet side stuff. Realistically, all of it can be handled without needing to explore it. So the reason why I bring that up is this is one of my least favorite things. Like, the anti-quality of life in Warframe is something that I really dislike. For instance, oh, I have to go to the Iron Wake to do one thing, right? Oh, that means I have to go through one load screen here, right? And then I have to go through this cinematic. Then I can't fast travel, so I have to walk all the way through the Iron Wake. Right? Communicating with no one along the way. And then I have to go all the way to the back of the map, talk to this guy, buy my ribbon mods. I haven't been playing a lot, so my ribbon shards are probably going to die soon. 2 shotgun ribbons, okay. And then now I'm done. I don't need to be here anymore. I leave. Why can't all of this be from a menu? Like, why do I need to go down to the Iron Wake to do that? Right? Why do I have to go to Samaris to, like, turn in my reward there? It makes sense for things like bounties, I guess, because it kind of just keeps everything self-contained to an extent. Ugh, excavation. I hate excavation so much. Well, we're gonna be here for a little while, so might as well tuck in. At least 10 minutes. So, my issue with First Descendant is your base of operations is a hub. And they don't do a good job of distinguishing who is where. And you can't fast travel anywhere. To, like, the correct vendors or whatnot. Next is that the open world section is like that. Where it's about, like, you get whatchamacallit. You can find quests by running around and selecting them. And here's the thing, they're not like world quests or things that make the world feel more alive. They're basically like map nodes in Warframe where, like, they're multi-tiered. So they basically, like, everything's a story. Everything has a little bit of a story element, which is cool. But in order to do them, they basically, like, oh, first you were doing one thing, and then suddenly you choose this map node, the whole map goes like, okay, it's populated, and now you have to run around doing things there. It could be interesting in terms of, like, people can be doing, oh my god, I hate how squishy these things are. It's so annoying. But I could go like Frost or Gar or something, but, like, it's such a pain. I guess I could go Nyx. Nyx would be fine. But I'd have to stand in one place. Okay, so, like, for instance, potentially you could do, like, multiple missions at the same time if you split up the party. But I don't think the game has the resources for it. Or it might lock in the whole party for doing that kind of thing. And my biggest complaint is, if it's open world, I want it to feel alive without me being there, right? Basically, it's, think of like a Captura scene, and then, or like this map here, it's empty, and then when I click a button, it becomes populated and alive. It kind of defeats the purpose of it being open world at that point, in my opinion. I forgot to re-equip my pet. Oh, look, it's dying without me being there. Are you still alive? You got a backpack for me? Good.
We need another power cell for the excavator.
I should build a Cora that can do this mission. So that I can, like, just... not bother. Or I could... I know what I could do. I could have a setup where I have, Metamorphic Magazine. And just use the Gorgon. To get more loot. So I got 2 extras so far, which is good. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up this, and then I'm gonna pick up this. I wish the Syndanas were a little bit, like, not shit. Like, I don't want to spend money on them, but, like, I don't know. Some of the free ones are kind of really shit. The biggest issue in, like, how the older maps of Warframe work is that it's dependent, like, spawn rates are dependent on like, where the enemies are, how many are alive. Like, what even shot that?
Protect the remaining dig sites.
That's a little annoying. Just took 1 or 2 stray bullets and it died. I hate excavation so much. So if I pumped ability strength and used Metamorphic Magazine and whatnot, I could probably make this a little bit more tolerable. I'll try that next time. I'll make a setup for it because I don't use my other Revenant setup at all. Let's just get you.
The excavator has lost.
Yeah. We lost power. Blah blah blah. So, one of the biggest things is that first, for whatever reason, it feels way more contrived in First Descendant to it, like, oh, we call them Descendants, and then they got people faces. I was like, why do you got people faces? Like, why is there multiple of me running around when you're supposed to be, like, super special? Like, what's the relevance of the account versus, like... Because... Oh my god, I hate... Yeah, I mean, it's been almost a year since I last tried First Descendant, so maybe it'll be better if I try it again, but... I don't know, I don't got much aim for all that stuff anyways. I barely have time to even make the videos I want to make. Oop, lag spike. I have to get 500 too, that's such a bother. Oh boy, look at that. Okay, go chase after them, Gone Rambo. I still have things. I still have things. look at how much damage they're doing to each other. It's so small. Like, Warframe's got plenty of problems. I'm more than happy to like talk about those issues. But this, like, basically what I'm probably gonna do is like I'm gonna probably start some a little bit of negativity revolving around some of the content in Warframe that I'm not a fan of, and I'll make some suggestions on how that could be altered. But ultimately, I'm going to be making... Oh, what's going on? Why am I lagging? I'm ultimately going to be making some... Like, I like the game, that's why I'm playing it. I've been playing it for so long. But, like, because I've played it for so long, there are glaring issues, like, that I can reasonably list out without, like, just bashing on it for no reason. Did it break? Did I get it? I don't know. I think it broke. Oh, there we go. Pick that up. Let's go. So I think I'll do some try to do some easy content after this. For instance, like I will be talking about the different bosses and what problems I have with each one. I'll record some content, and like that video is probably going to be called something like Warframe has a problem, right? With bosses and whatnot. I'm just gonna start dropping them like crazy, because we're at the point where we're not gonna get any more battery people. Anyways, so one of the biggest issues, battery person, I have with like live service games and whatnot is that you all like, I don't know, there's a bit of FOMO included. It's like my own issue, I guess. It's kind of like why I'm really not into Genshin. Like Genshin is a very pretty game, very well textured, very well like crafted. But the fact that like you got your gacha in there, and then it's limited gacha, and 10 pulls don't mean anything, right? Because in most other gacha games, they value like the fact that you saved up money, and like they give you an incentive to do a 10 pull instead of like every pull is the same, regardless if it's a 10 or a 1. And that's like my biggest issue with Genshin. It's just like, oh, like there's no way to help yourself out other than like pity. I'm just like, okay. Like, pity systems are important, I think, in a game like Genshin or otherwise. And I think it's a very healthy thing to add it to something like Warframe. Because there are lots of instances where you're just farming constantly, you keep getting the same thing that you don't want. Like, for instance, the despair and the hate are like almost impossible to acquire with how unlikely stalker spawns are. And like, it doesn't help that like it's a 3% drop rate, right? Especially when you have the Shadow Stalker. I mean, yeah, if you play the game enough, you'll eventually get it out of just pure coincidence, but I don't think that's, like, good. Especially since it's one of the incarnate choices.
Excavator destroyed. Protect the remaining dig sites.
Okay, just 2 more and I'm done. Let's buff damage a little bit.
The excavator has run out of power.
I don't really care. It's probably gonna die. Just mark the next place for me, Lotus. I'm not going after that. Wait, I have 2 alive at the moment? Oh, I do. Okay, interesting.
Excavator destroyed. Protect the
Oh,
remaining
look
dig
at. Anyways, on other news, like, who else is looking really? I'm pretty sure everyone's looking forward to a Hydroid rework. Because, like, let's be honest, the Vayhek fight, like, it's already bad enough. Why would you do it for such a bad Warframe? I would love to see, like, what the devs have done with Hydroid in the coming week. Because we're gonna... Hopefully it'll go, like, Never's Nights, the Gath and whatnot will go live in, like, a couple days or a week of the dev stream, as it normally does. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, last one. So I know that I can, like, more easily do stuff for the full arcs by, you know, priming it and whatnot. I'm just lazy. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna shoot and be done with it. Alright, let's do the showdown. What weapon's good? Brayton, Tuts' Siam. It's a little laggy. Oop, try to shoot the bunny thing. Nope, lag. Okay. Reload. Oh, I don't have my pet. That's a little annoying. Whatever. There we go. That's charged up. Oh boy, lots of lag. Do 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 do. So, I don't know. I'll be trying out a couple more projects in the coming months. I'm also, like, trying to... Oh, there we go. I'm trying to find some more work as well. I think I've been on break for a little too long at this point. I think I can make the Angstrom better. Like, it feels really good to use. I do wish the Seeking was a little stronger on it, but I don't hate it. Like, it's a very generous incarnate pool. Oh my god, the lag that I'm getting. I should have restarted my computer. Oh well. I need to re-record some of the stuff for the video too. It's okay. Oh, come on, game. Alright, and let's try that. Oof. Okay, I need to check, like, what's going on. I feel like my antivirus is doing something dumb. Yeah, it's my antivirus. It's doing something dumb. Just gonna give it a few moments to calm the hell down. Okay. Should be fine now. I should change up my antivirus to something less invasive. Or get more RAM. I should do both. Once I get things settled, I'm going to probably learn how to upgrade my PC a bit. Because I think it's high time. It also probably needs some paste. And I mean, I could also like print out some parts to help with airflow and whatnot. You put one away. Grab that. And go blah 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 blah. Yeah, the Seeking's not very strong on these. Like the Miter's Seeking is quite substantial. Yeah, so one of the reasons why I'm not like continuing Baldur's Gate on the channel isn't because I wasn't having fun. It was more so like there was just a lot of backseating coming from like my small enough audience, so I'm just gonna leave it alone for now. Because like I was more than content just by like exploring and figuring things out. Oh come on, Navast. Gotta be in here. Oop. You got more flock? Okay, there you go. You done with the flock? There you go. All done. One weird thing is like aiming with the a lot of the incarnates is kind of jank, because like some of them just outright destroy your ability to like do zoom in. Because like some weapons, like it doesn't matter at all on, and it's fine. I think like weapons like the Vasto, I kind of like being able to aim at the head and just blapping. I'm not very good at like shooters in general. That's why I have to like make up for it with my game like strategies, right? Also starting next week, I'll probably start streaming on Kick some more. Try to grow my audience there. So let's see. What's probably going to happen is this bugger is going to summon some unfriendlies. Oh, I don't have my pet, so I have to manually reload. How fast am I shooting? 18? Okay. It's not bad. Either way, it's before damage attenuation kicks in. So here he's gonna spawn soon. Or is he? Yeah, he is. Really? That's your first choice. Really? He has the most annoying summons though. Oh. Look at this mechanic. Oh my goodness. Really? How I love when things knock me over. Uh-oh. Okay, let's get back here. Why are you why did you spawn up here? You little prick. I don't think... Is it even possible to hit that? I might need to redo the fight. I don't think I can hit him. Oh. Like, how am I supposed to hit that? I guess I could try get ammo back for the Angstrom. Alright, there. There we go. Okay. Okay. My dude. Please. Stop being a prick. There we go. Hello, nerd. I just beat the Archon, and, well, it was bugged out the wazoo. I'm glad that I brought an explosive weapon with me. Otherwise, it would have been impossible to kill. Yeah, I'm just doing some of the weeklies, being angry at my antivirus for only acting up in times like this. Wait, am I at 100% pity for the Azure Archon Shard? Really? Anyways, how's the week been? Because in my case, I've mostly been working on... Well, I haven't even been working on anything. I guess I've been just starting up doing more exercise. The summer's finally ended, so I feel more like myself. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, working. I've been working on the videos more and more without feeling like utter death. Okay. Is my antivirus gonna stop being annoying at any time soon? Please? Okay, what's my pity? 40% pity. Okay, so I got it last time Boreal was around. Yeah, so I'm thinking about moving this kick to, or this stream to Kick for a little bit to see if I can grow my streaming presence there. If I'm not mistaken, you've probably been trying out First or Descendant or whatever it's called.
Nora is all about the
Otherwise,
sacrifice.
like, because a couple of people I know have been bringing it up more and more, and I have played it earlier in its beta, so I mean, I'm not unaware of it. So I guess before like I say anything about it, what are your thoughts on First Descendant? Okay, let's Necromex. I'm just gonna handle all of these today. Yeah, Necromex, Clef. Okay. Oh, I got disconnected from my own chat. How wonderful. Oh, Firefox, why are you gonna piss the bed now? My computer is a little bit of a butt. Okay. Yeah. So one of the so like you can tell me if this has changed at all, but one of my core complaints of First Descendant is that everything is a hub in that game, and the world doesn't feel at all alive. The boss fights are fine, and like they're not my thing. I think they kind of lack a little bit of weight, but not as badly as Warframe does. But overall, like I'm not the biggest fan of like their hub style layout for everything. Like if you want to like okay, one of the biggest issues is that they seem to have a lot of trouble communicating information to players. Like where to get things, what things are important, how to find them, um, and like the amount of time it'll take to complete, like the estimated amount of time to complete like any given run of a thing. Because once you start a mission, you're kind of stuck there for like an hour some of the time. If sometimes it's like, oh, 10-minute in and out. Yeah, so that's what I mean by like the world even though it's supposed to be quote unquote open world, it doesn't feel alive. Right? The world itself is barren and dead. And like you can take a look at things like Destiny, like things constantly spawn, the world constantly feels like it's alive. But like in First Descendant, it feels like, oh, you are in a simulation. Like you are in a simulation because when you click the button, everything spawns and then you can fight them. Right? I feel like what's the point of an open world, an interconnected world that you've worked so hard to feel like navigating the place feels pretty decent, but like you've worked so hard to like put all these spawns in, put all these character moments in, because unlike Warframe, all of these missions like have a lot of narration that have a story purpose, but it the world feels horrifically barren. Right? If you didn't go there during a quest, there's nothing there to find. Yeah, like you and like the one of the biggest issues I have, it at least with the narrative of the game, is that they the story tries to make the first descendants feel so important and righteous. You get me? That's my biggest irk. Is that like I don't mind you being like the star of the show or whatever, but one of the issues that I have is that in the world, what are you as the player? Because you're swapping out descendants, right? And it's a little strange. At least narratively speaking. They need to fix this. It's kind of intrusive. But anyways.
So, Tano, you up? So, what do you say? Will you help him out? And don't worry.
Yeah, so like I don't know. So like in terms of the hub scenarios and the like how like yeah, like the issue with like hubs is that I don't understand why there's like an obsession with some developers and hubs. Because if you could have replaced it with a menu, then you should probably replace it with the menu. If you want your world to feel alive and not horrifically cluttered like that, and that's a different thing. Like for an MMO, for instance, like you slowly, or even like RPGs, you slowly get to know the people in the towns, and you kind of like know where they are. Like the town layout is natural, and like well, as you're exploring, you kind of figure out who does what and whatnot. In First Ascendant, the town feels like it's really clustered. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of blinking lights everywhere. You don't know where to go. It takes you a really long time to get to know where like you need to go and why you need to go, and you don't care. Like I never felt like, and I took the game really slow. I never felt like I really cared about any of the people that are like that having discussions or are fighting or like you're trying to push this narrative behind, because I don't care about any of them. And that I think that's like one of the biggest weaknesses of First Descendant, is that they don't know what they want to be. Right? Do they want to be a Warframe clone? Do they want to be a Destiny clone? Do they want to be an open world, a role-playing game? Do they want to be a massively multiplayer online game? Do they want to be an arena fighter? Do they want to be a monster hunter, a sci-fi monster hunter? Like, they've got all of these elements and a lot of potential in their ideas and ideation, but it feels all so confused and mishandled. So I don't feel very confident about the game in its entirety. Does that make sense? Also, like, there's some really bad performance issues. Like, if you're using the speed frame, the volt, essentially, if you hit a bunch of people with electricity, you run the risk of crashing everyone in your instance. So, like, there's that too. But, like, that's a beta thing, right? That's why you're having a beta. But, like, the issue I have with First Descendant is I have no idea what kind of game they want to be. And that's it, you know? So, like, the thing about the Zoomy Bunny is, like, when you proc a bunch of electricity, the electricity looks really, really nice. So they might have optimized it, right? But basically, when I spawn like 100 things of electricity at the same time, like the game just begins to chug. So if they fixed optimization, that's good. That's what the beta's for. In terms of game direction, I have no idea like where they're headed. Like, the big mecha alien things, right? They're supposed to be hyper significant, but then you fight them in like these enclosed like space arena things, and they don't feel like they're part of the world. Like, you're supposed to be this special first descendant thingamahoosit, or part of a band of first descendant special thingamahoosits. Like with Warframe, like you're just one person, and you're controlling like various Warframes, right? See, like I can customize myself. Like it's okay that they don't have many cosmetics because that's not a main focus in beta. It shouldn't be a focus, but like one big thing is that this might just be an issue because I don't like MMOs as much. There's a severe lack of direction in gameplay. Do you feel that? Like, I don't care about anyone in the hubs. I don't care about why the story's happening. Like, it's assumed that we have to care all the time. Like, we're supposedly, like, some of the most powerful beings in this world, and we're the only ones that can stop the incursions or whatever. But then, like, why are we sent to fight grunts? And why are these grunts able to kill the strongest things in the world? Like, it's the same issue I have with, like, superhero games, I guess. I don't know. Like, if people like the game, they can like the game. It's just like, I'm just so lost when it comes to the direction of the game. What am I targeting? Oh, it's a boss thing. I think the grappling system is fine. They just need to add more verticality, right? The thing that Warframe got right really, really early, even though they changed it here and there, is like, it feels really good to move around in this game, right? Well, it's not necessarily they need to add more. In fact, I think they might need to pull back a little bit on all of the ideas, because there's so much happening so quickly that, like, for instance, the person who in Blue Blazes is that random ass person in which you can like use in-game currency to buy parts of weapons or descendants from. Like, who is that person? Why do we care? Right? Yeah, verticality, yeah. So yeah, verticality is probably gonna be really important because movement doesn't feel bad. It's just that the world is really lackluster. The world feels flat to play in because, like, they designed it to be like a COD map or something. Like a really big battlefield map. Like, I barely remember, like, the things I fought. Like, I remembered fighting this hammer dude, and he was just obnoxious because for some reason he's, like, the biggest difficulty spike in the game at the time of the beta, so... And then you come back like a minute later and he's like weak as shit. I don't know. Lots of weird things. Oh, I'm not looking forward to doing the bloody whatchamacallit, wagers. I would almost want to skip them But this week we have like the Wolf of Saturn 6 beacons, so whatever. Yeah, it's potential money. I mean, I don't care enough for that though. We'll see. We'll see. So, yeah, like, there's a lot missing in First Descendant to give me the confidence to say that it'll be a successful game. I can tell that a lot of care and effort have been put into making it work, function, and be as stylish as it can be with human characters. But I think they came up with the engineering and computer science problem of let's add more features, because like it's in closed beta and there's already feature bloat, or it's an open beta and it's already got feature bloat, right? So I don't know how to feel about that. Some of the base like the infield bosses that you fight, they feel proper weighty, but these like the big mecha alien things that you fight, like they feel weighty, but they also feel cartoonish. Like they don't feel like they belong to a world. I don't know. I'm just here, sitting here, like complaining about a game I've barely played, so, like, stiff. So, like, for instance, the hammer dude that you come across, like the elite, super elite warrior person, that flings laser hammers at you. Like, he feels proper weighty. He feels like he belongs within the material plane. But like the big mecha things, they're just like, they're super stiff, they don't budge, they don't feel like, you don't feel like you're interacting with them when you're shooting them. You feel? Alright, let's get a bow. And let's get that multi-shot. I don't know. Like, what are some of the good things that you got to say about the game? Because I only remember the negatives, so I don't think that I'm giving a very fair representation of information. Because, like, it's easier to complain about something than to steal man for them, right? Like, the visuals are stunning. The gunplay is okay from what I remember. Some of combat is a little stiff, but that's kind of with every, like, MMO shooter. Like, if you shoot someone with a like pistol, you should be shooting them with a pistol. Not shouldn't matter like what the stats on it is, right? But I'm playing Warframe, which is horrifically guilty of that. So, oh, what did I want? All right, I'm gonna play Hildrun. Let's grab a bow. Let's get the Dread. Mm-hmm. So I need to kill 100 things in my Necromech, so I guess I'll do that at the same time. So let's go to Neptune, Proxima, I guess. Let's do a survival. Don't care much for Orphix. Yeah, Voidstorm. Sure, why not? Core Prime Neuroptics. right, they're also a looter shooter. Like, what? I don't know. Do you like? Do you think I'm like a little off base for saying that they don't have a focus, or it doesn't feel like they have a proper focus? Because I don't know. I feel like they're trying to do so much without having like a proper fix on like what will make the game good, you know?
This storm is tearing open void fissures at your destination.
Let's put you in gunner, and then let's teleport here. Why is it sideways? It's very strange. Whatever. So
Launch fighters, armed
So,
give them hell.
well, here, I guess here's my question. Like, what genre are they trying to clear, you know? Because it feels like they're trying to, like, the genre is, like, third-person shooter. And that's it, right? And they're not trying to clear, like, you know, what genre are they putting themselves in? Because, so hero-based looter shooter. So, in essence, like, Borderlands, right? Because, for instance, like, everyone's comparing it to Warframe, right? Which I think in some ways is fair, in some ways not. But like, let's see. It's a hero-based looter shooter where you can swap out your heroes. And where you're in, like, where it feels like they're trying to spread themselves a little. I think they're spreading themselves too thin on a lot of different aspects, not just like the looter shooter part of it, because I felt like the biggest issue is that when I think of First Descendant, I completely forgot that they even had looting and shoot. They were a looter shooter when I was like talking about it, you know? If I forget that I'm talking about a looter shooter while doing my analysis of it, I think they kind of miss the boat, you know? Because that's supposed to be like the most important bit. What is that? Oh, that's extra. So like, I feel like they're trying to be a mix of Destiny, Warframe, and like Borderlands, but without any of the soul of any of them. Because, like, Warframe isn't necessarily a looter shooter, right? Like, it's different. You don't, like, just pick up a gun and go, right? You don't find a new gun and say, okay, is this better than the last gun I had? I do wish that there was a bit more customizability in terms of, like, mechanic usage of the game. like I wish I could customize like the type of firing that a weapon has or something along those lines. Like, oh, I have a Gatling gun. And I just slam. Why don't I just slam a big old like coil on it or something instead of just modding it with these nebulous mods? The mods should stay. I think it gives something, but the issue is that like at the end of the day you want damage, and I don't think like and having the ability to side grade should be really important. But yeah, like, let's see, modding system. Oh yeah, they do have a modding system. The modding system is really strange though, if I remember correctly. It's much closer to Borderlands, but like really watered down, I feel like. Where like, wait, is it close to Borderlands? What am I thinking of? What thought has escaped my noggin? Oh, I'm thinking about like the shields and things like that, where like you get this nebulous increase in something. Oh, they changed it then. Because that wasn't the case before. Before, you could only put like up to 3 mods in a slot that could affect one of your abilities or your weapon. And then like you could, every mod is part of a set. That's how it used to be. If it's exactly like Warframe now, that's different. Because like, when I first played it, it was basically like, okay, you have a gun, you can put up to 6 things in it, but these 6 things are like comboed or things like that. Yeah, it was really obnoxious before. Like, it was like, Nerd, you probably know of, you probably remember how like into the numbers I can get. Like, I might like skip some mechanics because I don't care for them, but when I care about a mechanic, I take a deep dive into it. The original system was so nebulous, and so like it didn't matter. Like, it was like, oh, +1 shock. What does shock do? I don't know. It doesn't help, right? Yeah, so like, it was really strange. I didn't enjoy it before. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I think that we agree that they've spread themselves a little thin in a lot of ways. Because like, it just feels, the experience felt really unfocused. You are thrown into the world, you immediately dive into the action, but you are expected to care about characters and their opinions and or if they die, but you never got to learn who they are or get to know them. Does that make sense? And then that weird hand thing to upgrade your thing. Well, yeah, but I understand that it's in beta, right? But like, if you're talking about just the intro stuff, like, and as I said before, at least before you showed up on stream, well, I took my time with First Descendant, right? I played through the initial story and all of the content that they had before. Even at the very end of like the first bit of the game, I knew where nothing was in the hub map. In fact, there were NPCs that I didn't talk to until I actually explored it, because it was so obnoxious to get around, because you had to jump or like it's so inconvenient. But and then like some of the characters, like, they yell and fight it with each other, but then I'm like, so what? I don't care about any of you. I don't know who you all are. Yeah, like the person that you like that you get, oh, you can spend in-game currency to get, like, I'm just gonna call them Warframes. You can get Warframe parts from, like, to skip the grind. Like, I don't even know who he is. Like, they expect, like, the little way marker to be enough to, like, show you, oh, this is where you're supposed to go. I'm just like, if I care, like, if you created a system where I care so little about the personalities of all these NPCs, you might as well have made them a menu, right? Right. In Warframe, let's take a look at all the people on Venus, right? I know who Ticker is. I know who, like, the main boss chick is. Euclid or whatever. Then there's the business, who, like, is the business, right? Even though I could literally care less if any of them died, like, I still know their names, what their functions are, where they are, right? And that's, like, the second hub in the game. Like, third hub if you count the relays, and fourth hub if you count dojos. Like, I can almost name every NPC on Fortuna, and I barely interacted with them, but I know exactly where they are at all times, and, like, I know their names, and I'm really bad at names.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Exactly. They might as well be replaced with machines. Do you know which NPC has the most personality in that game? The bloody mailbox. I think my most favorable encounter in First Ascendant is the bloody mailbox NPC. He's the only one I care about. I think I'm done collecting kills. Oh yeah, I'm at 300 kills on the dot. Like, I don't know. Like, best character is the mailbox. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't even remember Bunny being in the tutorial mission. Might have changed it. Like, I don't know. For a lot of new, like, so if you are a core player, I think it's natural for you to stop caring about NPCs. But if you are new to gaming, or a newer player, or a younger player, I think the attachment to characters is really important, right? Because I feel like a lot of games are... A lot of franchises are beginning to forget, like, what it means to have, like, memorable characters, you know? Like, it's okay not to care about the characters, but I still know who each and every one of them are, right? For instance, like, if we talk about Zelda, for instance, I know, like, Ocarina of Time, I know what each shop in Hyrule City does, what most of the NPCs look like, and I don't care about their inspirations or their lives or whatnot, but, like, I know who they are and what they're about just from their design. Oh yeah, don't get me started on their weird, like, primes, too.
They could not do this without you. When you are ready, go to extraction.
Well, here's the thing, right? That's why in a lot of McDonald's, they have been replaced with, they have been replaced with a board, you know? Like, if you go to most McDonald's in the cities out there, you don't even ever have to go to the counter to talk to a person. You just click several buttons and then you're out, right? But there's a difference between reality and fantasy. In fantasy, if you are someone special or you have done something for someone and you're going to be doing things for everyone, you're going to be interacting with them. And if you are purposely putting an NPC in the game, you better well hope that people remember who they are by interacting with them. Otherwise, they might as well be a signboard, right? Because otherwise, like, what was the point of designing them to begin with? Why not just have generic, like for instance in Persona, if you don't care what they look like, they don't get a face. They get a very general name, like cashier. You know? But they don't. They have names, they have unique designs, they have unique lines. They have a very specific design about them to emphasize them of being unique, having a personality, having a backstory, having something important about them. And, like, so in terms of, like, a video game, right? I care more about video game characters, in most cases, than random people that I talk to on the street. More so because I don't ever have to fight with them about silly things. I don't have to be worried about being conscientious of them, right? I simply, like, if they benefit me, I like them more. With a random person on the street, there's almost 100% chance that I'll never have to interact with that person again, unless they have, like, a death vendetta against me. Do you catch what I'm saying? And that's the case for a lot of people, right? I care a lot about various anime characters out there, like and most of them are like in the moment kind of things, right? Remember how last week we were talking about mise en scene and and all of that? Like, all of that can really do a lot to build up a character and how to feel about a character from the scenes leading up to them. Sure, let me take a look in a moment. I'll take a look at that after the stream, I suppose. Oh, we got another viewer. Hello there. I hope you are looking forward to listening to me be overly critical about a game in beta at the moment, because that's what I'm. Well, I mean, in general, like, if you spend the time to make an NPC, you're gonna probably want that NPC to be liked, right? Because if you are a AAA game, you're paying someone thousands of dollars to make this NPC, or people thousands of dollars to make this NPC. You probably want that NPC to be liked in some way, or at least remembered, at very least. You catch my drift? I don't want to do the stupid, like, wagers. I wish I could pick the map those wagers are being held on. Right, this is Fortuna. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the turbine sounds. I need to do, like, upgrade my computer a little bit. Maybe make some heat resistant who's it? So let me swap to Sleep Arrow. Oh, the map suddenly changed in its everything. Okay, so I believe. All right. Okay, so let's see where I need to go. Oh, they changed this. Very nice. That's much clearer. That is a big improvement, I think. Do that. Do that. Is that a Murex in the background? It is. I never noticed that. That's 2 Murexes. Too bad that we'll never be able to interact with them. Is this it? Okay, there it is. So let's grab this, this, and it is one of these. Do I have any lures for it? No. So these things are a little bit of a pain in the butt, because they got their armor and whatnot. I should be able just to use my abilities to grab it. Okay. Grab the lure. I do wish that the echo. Uh-oh. That was fast. Okay, here it comes.
A spotted Borderola. Happy little thing. Let's bring it in. There's plenty.
Perfect capture. Very nice. Alright. Well, let's see. Let's go to the next one. See what I get. Another spotted.
Quite young. Female. Spotted balloon. Let's bring it
Okay. Oh, there's something over there. It's a Flossie. Dang. They just disappeared. It's a little annoying. Okay, there's a spot like right here. High-breasted vermin. Very cute.
popular pet when they can be tamed. Not for this one, though.
Yeah, one thing I do like about conservation is that they really made it feel more alive recently. So this one is another one of these. This is up here. Okay. So this one, if I'm less shite at it, it'll be better. So it should be a different species now.
Final stage. When the animal appears, aim your trank well, and our work is done. A spotted Bolorola.
Ah, it's another spotted.
Little thing. Let's bring it in. There's plenty of friends.
Let's go for another tumbly one. Huh? No, it's a different one. Okay. It wasn't spotted. Well. Okay, I guess I could just go for Kuberdons then. Kuberdons are just worth way more. Like, if you ever need favor from, like, or police, just do this. Or find someone who can do this for you. Because, like, it's so, like, it's so much faster than just a normal ass bounty. It's a Valkus Kuberdon.
As such, unimaginatively, I've named them our little planet's contribution to the genetic diversity of the origins.
That's like a
Male,
basic animal.
Mandibular strength to snap your femur clean in half. Had it on mine too.
Okay, let's head on over here. Oh, that's kind of interesting looking. Orcan architecture is always interesting because, like, they're bio-organic, from what I understand. Oh boy, this is gonna be a pain to get to, isn't it? I might just change where I'm going. Yeah, let's just change. Oh, it's right beside the telly. So I need... Nope, not Void Strike. I think it's 2. Yeah. I'm just gonna stock up with some energy real quick. Oh. Hi. You're friendly.
Our quarry was here very recently, as that trail of prints attest. Track them down.
It'd be nice if the circle got smaller the closer you were getting. Just as like a visual indicator. Let's drop this. Let's pop this. Kuberdon Incarnadine. Very nice.
The legendary Kubradon Incarnadine. The canine equivalent of the monster in your closet.
The Thing of Nightmares.
Particular malevolence.
Yeah, so one Kuberdon Incarnadine is like two two bounties right there.
Tasked myself with preservation, so we will bring this devil in. Female.
Okay, let's just look for a simple bird.
The implacable hatred one species bears towards the other who usurped it positively radiates from this one. I shall be handling this scientific specimen carefully.
People still buy the Vastula? Interesting. I mean, I could realistically just go wherever. Yeah, let's go down here. Let's capture some families. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. There's one nearby. Nope. I'm bad at hunting birds, guys. Don't bully me. Oopsie.
A tuft of fur. There'll be creatures nearby.
Ivar is the best silent hunter out there and for these things. Oh, did I lose track of where I'm going? Maybe. Oh, here we go. Down here, up here. Yeah, so I'll be probably starting to stream some roguelikes in the near future. Or so just to like...
That is the call of Hover.
Oh god, these guys are so fast.
Beasts, but worthy of salvation nonetheless, despite the odor. Now you must be stealthy. Preyed upon by Sorgors and Vermig, paupers will flee at the slightest hint of danger.
There they are.
Now, ready your trick. A sunny pauper. Slightly less common than your god Korak. Lovely coloration.
Easy peasy. Okay.
Male. A sunny pauper.
Alright, let's do the thing that I think is going to take forever.
Thing nonetheless. Male. Fairly common, but lovely coloration.
Let's lock these rewards in. And then, you know what? I don't want to do the wagers on stream. It sounds like cancer. I'll do them later. Yeah, I'll probably be making some videos about like the various bosses in the game. And then I'll make a video complaining about those bosses that I didn't like very much. Let's just see what else I got left to do. Because, I think... Let's see, I've handled the Archon. I've dealt with some of the bounties. There's still a couple more to do. I just don't feel like doing them right this second. I mean, let's see. I think I can do the invasion one, and then I think I'll call it. I don't want to do the wager one on stream. That sounds a little like torture. So, yeah. This week I'm going to be trying to accomplish quite a few things, so, like, in my personal life. So, hopefully I'll have a video out, and next week I will be streaming on Kick, I believe. I will drop the links in the Discord later this week. I'll also be covering... I'll be taking up. I might stream the dev stream to see what happens, so I get some of my live reactions. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the idea of doing wagers. Ugh. Okay, 9 invasions. All right, let's do this. Let's speedrun this. What invasions do we got? Syndicate invasion, Europa, mutagen mass, field run. I guess mutagen masses are always nice. And field run. Woo. Okay, I'll just do all the infested stuff. How about that? So let's go to Titania or Titania. I prefer saying Titania, but apparently the canonic pronunciation is Titania. Not sure. Okay. So let's start with the mutagen masses because they're the most annoying to get, I think. Nope, never mind. Too annoying to get. Defenses? No. Forward manifestations, please. Invasion mobile defense? Yes. Forward manifestation. Let's do this. So, you know, I can just do this mission 3 times because nothing seems valuable to me. Okay, let's just do this.
The assassination target is nearby. Destroy. One of our spy cells has been lost investigating this abandoned Grenier asteroid.
Just speeding through the situation, caring where I go.
We're getting close.
I'm making sure to move so quickly and making sure everyone does. Me.
Avoid the creature's spine strike. These razor-sharp quills will rip your Warframe to shreds.
I should probably just pump attack speed on these things.
The assassination target is here. Wipe them out.
Oh, friendship doors. I'm glad that they're doing away with friendship doors for the most part. In Duviris, they did show up a bit. The thing about them, though, is that they don't show up in solo missions at all.
Contract complete.
Good stuff. Not a problem, I don't think. Yeah, I've been trying to get some stuff, some parts of my life together again. Since the hot weather started to die, I've been doing a lot more exercise. I say a lot of exercise, but I've just been doing an excessive number of push-ups at this point. I mean, I've also been working on my balance and my core, but I should just hit repeat. I don't care about you, Stalker. Imagine the Stalker being salty about you killing a flesh monster. Oh. What's in today's sortie? Mobile defense, spy survival. Yeah, like, I think I'll just be keeping streams to a relatively short
The assassination target is nearby. Seek and destroy.
for the next little bit. I will be working on,
This place is
I
crawling
have been
with
working on some projects,
Unfortunately, something
right? The
far
summer has
more
kind of just kicked my butt
Make your way
with how hot it is.
Your target is an aberration of twisted flesh. Pluck the thing out of its misery. There is the assassination.
Story-wise, I feel like the infestation has kind of fallen by the wayside. Because what the most pressing infested matter was
They won't be bothering us anymore.
the prelate,
Let's get out of here.
right? Aside from that, we never go to infested Aladvi. We never go to Yordis Golem. We never go to Lephantis. We never go to Like, well, we probably the most killed one is forward by far. But like, yeah, so forward is probably the most popular one just by being the only one you fight. And then there's what was it called? The Preloid, which is
The assassination target is nearby.
not the most fun thing.
This place is
Like
crawling.
too many steps. Like
Unfortunately,
I like that they're taking risks and trying out different styles of boss fights.
elude its bone chill
I do wish that if it doesn't work, that they don't just leave it.
Your target is an aberration of twisted flesh. Put the thing out of its misery.
And that's really the only thing I gotta say
Assassination
about that.
target is here. Wipe them out. Target
Well,
down.
that's all afford. If there's an extermination, I'll do that instead, because I kind of don't want to just do this 9 times. And it's gonna be kind of terrible either way. But I kind of want to see a different, like, you know, anything. Let's see. Oh, those are syndicate missions. Okay, are any of these, like, fun? Oh, forward. Sure, why not? This gets me different rewards. Oh wait, this is Mutilus Alad V. I don't care about Mutilus Alad V, so no. Morax, Invasion Defense, nope. Invasion Defense, nope. Phobos. Rescue and Rescue. Sure, we can do a rescue. Why not? Invasion. Rescue. Nope. Invasion. Who do I want to support? You know what? Let's help the Corpus a bit more. Let's get the Zanuka... No, let's get the Goose Egg 3 on my butt. The nice thing about having the Goose Egg 3 after you is that you can just skip the mission that you're doing if they show up. That's nice.
Our intel suggests that our person of
Oops.
interest is in the vicinity.
I don't care much for
Search for the
Define.
hostage
Let's
and
do
bring
that. Let's do that. Okay, that's Audi. Do. I don't think the... Oh. Okay. What the heck? I forgot that this was a thing. Like, this is such...
you enter the holding
Oops.
area, they'll trigger the execution sequence. Rescue the hostage before it finishes.
I mean, that was quite a grand scape to look at. I quite enjoy seeing more of the world rather than less. Do that, and that, and that.
The hostage is almost
Do
out of
that,
time.
and that. We do that, and that. Do. There we go. There's a dude. We're outie. My contract was to set the guy free. This is so much more time consuming than Ford, though. Whatever. That just means that you guys get to hang out with me a little bit more. I will read that message in just a moment. I'm not very good at Bill's boss fight due to timer. I got called out for being on a 28 character and not max. I mean, people don't like accepting responsibility, right? For instance, when I was playing some Monster Hunter with another friend of mine, we were doing the Fatalis fight, and there's a really, really strict timer for a casual player. Like, it's absurdly strict. You have to, like, make openings for yourself, you know? And same with the second to last one being Elatrion. You gotta put a lot of, like, there's a very strict timer for casual players. And if you refuse to learn the mechanic, then, like, it's your own fault, right? You shouldn't be blaming others. And if you're struggling to, oh, it's a, oh, god dang it, it's an extermination? Okay, I got this, I guess. You know, if it's an extermination, I'm gonna hop out and do something else with it. So, yeah, like, I don't know much about, I assume you're playing First Ascendant or something like that, but I don't know. I just don't think it's really healthy for anyone just to be calling someone out for being shite, unless they are actively, like, refusing to, you know, fix their thing. Oh, this has changed a little bit. For instance, like, I remember when I was running a raid in Dungeons and Dragons Online, that where, like, the instructions were very simple. Don't attack the big scarecrows, because I need to hold aggro on them. And so one guy was complaining about, like, oh, telling me not to attack, it's like telling me to go die. I'm just like, you're screwing up the raid. You're an idiot. Right? And just because I didn't want to deal with, like, them just constantly DMing me, I'm just like, sure, fine, whatever, I don't care, blocked. Like, it's just like, some people are just so dumb. Like, it's normal to be frustrated, it's normal to be annoyed, it's normal to have disagreements, but, like, when, like, people are being incoherent, it becomes more of a problem, I think. Ooh, look at this, this is pretty. I haven't been here in a while. Can I go above here? No. Oops. Can I go above here? Yes. Pretty. Okay, let's see where the other enemies are. Come on, spawn for me. There we go. Like, most of the time I don't even... Like, that's one of the other reasons why I play solo in Warframe in a lot of games, is because I just don't want to deal with people most of the time. Like, you can, if you want to be social in games, by all means. It's not really my flavor. I try to be positive when I have to, but, like, well, inherently I would prefer not to, you know? And I think that's fairly reasonable. Okay, why are you still alive? Why are you guys still alive? Okay, we're beginning the conga line because I killed things too quickly. Do. Hey Ninja. Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm just talking about reasons why I play most of my games in solo, unless I got someone in voice chat with me.
Find extraction.
How's your week going? I'm also just handling all of the Noras at the moment except for one, because I don't want to do it. Can't make me. With any... as long as I persevere, I should be able to finally put out that video. I think I'm kind of done working on the video at this point. I could just want it out. So I can, like, move on with my existence. Very tired today. Why so? Thank you. I don't know how well it's going to turn out. I'm going to do my best, but, like, I've recorded it multiple times. It's almost always an hour long, and every time when I'm editing it, I'm just like, I don't like the way this sounds. So I redo it. This is like my third re-record. I'm just done. So I'm just gonna finish this recording, do the edit the video, and then I'm gonna publish it. Because I'm kind of outy on it. Because, yeah, I don't know. I think I dilly-dallied for way too long. It was supposed to be out like 2 weeks ago.
Supporting the enemy feels wrong, but keeping the balance requires tough
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Like, yeah. I think I should find myself a new job as well. Because, like, shite ain't working out too great, you know? So, I'll be working on that as well. Trying to get my life together before the end of the year. Gotta pull everything up by the bootstraps. I know I can probably get a job in research again. I just don't think there's a... Like, I don't want to travel, like, 3-hour round trips every day. It's just kind of gross. Why is that locked? Whatever. So if you're gonna grab the Occucore, do you have Sentient Search on it? Like the augment? Otherwise you need to play it a little bit more finicky. I mean, you probably do have the augment. You probably play more Warframe than I do recently. Yeah, so you probably, like, it goes without saying, you probably want to build crit on the bloody thing. So I just run heat on it because it stacks status really, really fast. So here, let me pull up my, cause you've seen my Occucore in action. It can handle some stuff in Steel Path, so. Oh, yay! Good Strike 3. Hello. Like, if I take a look at my Occucore, like, it's still one of my favorite pistols, if not my most favorite pistol at the moment. just because like it's so little work. Like it feels so good. So if you want, this is what I got for it. Standard galvanized setup. I'm not going with galvanized crosshairs. If you want it, you can go for it. I'm not running whatchamacallit, what is it called? Hornet Strike, because I'm using Cascadia Flare and Galvanized Shot, which stack linearly with Hornet Strike. So if you just apply a bunch of heat status, then like in one shot you're able to apply up to 6 heat status on a single target. So this ramps up really, really fast. And yeah, so two sources of ramping, another source of crit ramp. I'm using heat because I just want the damage. Creeping Bullseye for crit damage. You can replace this for anything realistically, other than a different element. It also slashes for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why, but it can slash. I'm not. Oh, yeah, so. Yes, Galvanized Diffusion is multi-shot. Galvanized Shot is status chance. Basically, for per status type on an enemy after a certain point is 120% extra damage. So if you have heat and radiation on the enemy, then that's 240% extra damage per thing, right? Realistically, it's only a little bit better than Hornet Strike. So if you don't have Galvanized Shot, just go for Hornet Strike. The best thing about this is just like you can just burn something really, really fast and be done with it. Yeah. But if you, for instance, if you want it for Corpus, for instance, you can just use Toxin instead. Let's see. So let's help out the Grenier next, I guess. What does Ludi have? Yes, Exterminate? Okay, let's do that. Because, like, Saren basically makes Corpus not exist. Because she just violates the shield rule. Because of Toxic Lash. It's like the only way to get Toxic. It's the only ability that, like, does Toxic, which is kind of silly. I don't care about your Sanctuary target. I'm just gonna head on out. Just nice and quick. So I might be doing some cooperative streams in the future with Mildly, Chaotic. And I'll also probably stream the dev stream coming up. So if you want to hang out for that, that will be fun. If you... yeah, so I'll still do that on YouTube, but going forward I will be trying on Kick on Mondays. Just because, like, if I'm not doing anything special on my runs, then might as well just try expanding my notoriety.
Alright, Hunter. I will reward you should you perform synthesis.
I don't think I scanned it. Did it die? Oh, it scanned it. Okay.
I have received the synthesis. You are efficient, Hunter.
Yeah, so it doesn't have infinite ammo. As long as you're killing things, it'll automatically reload. which is nice. But if you have too little ammo, then like you'll probably want a second source of autoloading.
Broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
Arcane Awakening. Which one is that again? That's for on headshot. That's on headshot you get more pistol ammo efficiency, right? Let me double check. Oh, we got another viewer. Hello there. Let me just take a look-see once I get back. Yeah, so I'm one side note, I've joined a new clan. I want to see if it's how active it is. So Awakening. Arcane Awakening. On reload, no. It doesn't benefit from it. Because you need to actively reload. And that, like, so you need to press the R button or reload from empty. From what I understand. I could be mistaken. Because Warframe's a little weird with wording. But Arcane Awakening doesn't benefit. Oh, it's a defense. You know what? Because you changed to defense, I'm not gonna bother. Let's just do the forward manifestation again. Semesto. So, you might want to check online if you can. For all intents and purposes, the way it's written, when it says on reload, you need to actively reload. It means active, not passive. Like put ammo in the barrel, right? Otherwise, like a weapon, like what was it called? It's Revenant's pistol. I forgot what it's called. It's the Nell. The Nell would be busted because the Nell has ammo efficiency, not automatic reload. What weapon does? Anyways, I'm pretty sure there are a couple of weapons that do auto load. Well, charged weapons for one would also be busted, but that's besides the point, I think.
Target is an aberration of twisted flesh. Put the thing out of its misery. Target spotted. Stay sharp. This one is a handful.
Anyways, enough rambling. So, yeah, I got 3 viewers at the moment. That's nice. Always nice to see. But the stream will probably be ending soon. I'm just here to hang out while I knock out some of the Nora. I think I will be farming some Duviri here and there, mostly so I can get those melee weapons. Even though I don't use melee very much. Whoops. Sorry, I was playing with a quarter. Okay, here's the last go around. Let's see, what would it help? Primed Shred. Very nice. Very, very nice. It's one of my favorite mods. Mostly because it just makes modding so much easier. Like, in terms of attack speed and piercing puncture, it's just like
Make your way deeper into
quite nice. Quite nice.
Your target is an aberration of twisted flesh. Put the thing out of its misery.
One of the biggest things for me is like I like being able to play the game the way I want to, right?
Elude its bone
And
if you wish to stay alive.
for instance, one of the best crit rate you can possibly get are from like whatchamacallit, the critical delay type style mods.
This one is a handful.
So shred and otherwise like to negate that negative attack fire rate is so good because it's not just fire rate.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
Alright, that's all of the things for now. Because I don't feel like doing any more. I'll just go, I'll do a once over and see what we got. Because all the weekly stuff reset, right? So let's I don't know, let's visit Duviri for a split second. I haven't been hopping into, so I've been wasting a lot of my time, but because I haven't been hopping into Duviri as much. But like, let's do this. I wonder what weapons I got. So I'll finish up this run of Duviri, nice and quick, and I think I'm gonna call it. I'll try to do one run of Duviri every day, just to slowly get the unlocks, because I don't want to spend 250 plat on a weapon that I probably won't care about. I'll probably be picking up the Gath as soon as she drops, so I can play around with her. Maybe make a video on that. Oh boy. That's Limbo. That's Mag. Oh, come on. Let's do Mag. Come on. Look at how much it like. What's going on? What's happening? Okay, there we go. Let's pick up this stuff. Yeah, I like, if only to just like come in here, grabs all of that for free. Okay, I don't care about the Aphentis. I don't care about the Tsar. Guess Aphentis. Pennant, Achios, Katsu, Beerus, Stug. Let's go with the Beerus. Okay. Yes. If I'm not mistaken, I did put out a build video for the Aki core. So there are some Warframe, like for instance, any buffing Warframes, like steroid type Warframes, are really good for the Aki core. If you want more crit, it's your Reli and Zephyr. Yeah, that's what you want to go for. Close Contagion. It's been a while since I did anything Duviri. Kill the mounted Dax. Really? That's the first thing? Okay. My computer's suffering quite a bit. Let's see. Yep. Oops. My timings are so off now. Oh, right. Okay. They changed the buttons around. Okay. So it's E to shoot if that's the case. Okay. 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 I got it. I got it. Yeah, Ureli feels really good with the Occucore. Like, really good. Oh my god. What's with those explosions happening constantly? Okay. Angie. Oh. Oh god, my controls are all messed up. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's get out.
Perhaps Lucinia's misery would end if she inflicted suffering upon others who deserved it.
That's so weird. I need to change my controls back. Lucinia suffering? Cool. Let's change my controls back. Because whatever, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it for now. I'm not too fussed. Yeah, so if you want crit, Ureli, Zephyr, or Gyre, those will be good options for you.
Get inside. Put an end to it.
Yep, dropped from 4 to 2. That's okay. Exterminate. Exterminate. Do, 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 do. Oh, right. This is like low level stuff, so it's gonna be impossible to charge this weapon. Or almost impossible. It's charging all right. There we go. Let's face the power of the sun. Zap. 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 You ever want to just shoot a big old laser? Zap. That's what this is for, zap. 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 I mean, it's enough for me, at least. It's a weird weapon that's focused on crit damage and not crit chance. Well, at least on a very specific crit chance. Well, let's restock some overguard. Well, overshield, not overguard. Yeah, buffs are gonna be so annoying to like keep track of. Yeah. It's a, like, one thing about, like, having a stream for 2 hours is, like, constantly talking for 2 hours, you kind of, like, lose track of conversations, or you run out of things to talk about, especially with, like, a smaller viewer base. because I need to fill the air a little bit with like my own nonsense. I mean, that's to be expected, right? Because this is like the route of entertainment, right? So I'm not too fussed about having to do so. It's just at this point, like, it's a drain on the social battery. And I'm more than willing to do it full time and interact with folk. It's just getting to that point. It's going to take a while. Yeah, it suffers a little from success. That's okay. Yep. Okay.
Revenge may bring
More crit damage.
but
Sure.
as Lucinia
Sure.
found,
That works for my setup.
cold comfort.
Energized shrine underneath. Gotcha.
A royal maze. I think I lost something precious in a maze like
Do do
that
do
long
do.
ago.
Oh, oh, right.
Would you quest on my behalf?
And then
some
bang,
piece
and then
of sweetness?
that, and do that. Boop. Boop. Oh. Okay, Deviri is always so pretty. So
Sorrow had
pretty.
made Lucinia
Sacrifice
compassionate.
accuracy.
She could not give pain without
Sure,
feeling
why not?
I heard.
Enter the
that
Undercroft again? Oh,
We may prevent tragedies from ever occurring.
okay. We can
If
do
it
that.
is true, please.
Alright, I can just give myself some damage back here. That's one way to do it. I wish there's a way to make these last longer. If those lasted indefinitely until you pick them up, I would... Oh no, not one of these. I would probably use spears more often. Like, for instance, the enemy spears, they last forever if they have them, and I hate it. So let's see, Ventus. Let's cook all of you. Alright, it's roll, and then I cook all of you. Oh, the range isn't as long as I'd want it to be. I wouldn't mind if they kept trying to be more experimental with being Carnins. Because they don't all have to be like powerhouses. But it'd be nice to have them all like follow up a little bit. Oop, lag. A little peep here. That's okay. Do do do. Do do do. Yeah, and like a case like this, it's just ooh. And now they're all gone. I'm quite a fan of how my Drifter turned out. I wish I could like hide the neck a little bit. I guess I could just color my skin, if that's the case. There's plenty over there, so let's just grab them. In the king's name, blah 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 blah. I mean, we got a decent spawn rate this time around, not much to complain about. Okay, it's at 40 seconds. I should be able to just jolt around now. Oh, come on. Why the lag spikes? Look at this. Isn't this a lot of fun? We're just waiting around. Waiting for people to show up. They're gonna walk up to us. Oh. Oh. Okay. Tap. 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 It's pretty not bad. Not bad at all. Too bad there isn't something like Vigilant for pistols and secondaries. Oh, I can restore the shields. Nice. Okay. I mean, 65k isn't bad in terms of damage.
As if with a
Nope.
prophet's gift, Lucinia could see disaster.
Morale boost?
imminent,
Sure. Why not?
But she could not turn aside.
Hidden royal chest.
If
Nice
what
and easy.
Kitty says is true,
There it is.
there are secrets buried in Duviri that reveal an even greater mystery. If I can understand why I am, I might be more able to bear it.
And there we go.
One final act, then. One last howl
Persistent
into the
attrition is always
storm.
nice.
Misery would have company, at least.
Stay close to the prisoner. Okay.
A man insulted my
Okay.
singing.
You can do that.
Says the king
I've kind of run out of things to chat about at this very moment.
of which I
I think that's okay. I'm just, you know, taking it nice and easy.
just one more misery to live with.
Okay, that should be enough. Do-do-do-do-do. And then she's gonna turn into a dragon.
It's too much. The sadness. Nobody else can.
Okay, so the dragon spawns like there.
Sadness is the dragon that devours itself. It spawns many children, lethargy, self-pity.
I just don't want to fly at the dragon directly because it breathes fire and it'll one-shot me. I was kind of hoping that Kalervo, like, spawned a void dragon of some kind. That would have been kind of really cinematic. Okay.
Use the beast. Destroy Thrax's bar.
No, don't call Lucinia beast. Come on. What'd she do to you? Oh. For which game? Yu-Gi-Oh? Magic. I know nothing about, like, the new mechanics because there's like thousands of them at this point. So, like, I've kind of given up on understanding, like, the core stuff for Magic. Ow. Effects. I think the dragon is a nice experiment. I don't know if I like it as a boss fight, though. Zap. 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 I wish this arena wasn't so cancer. I was the furthest one, the one that was most easily able to zap. Come on. There we go. Zap. Ugh. Why can't I get any closer to it? I should be allowed to walk on this ledge, at very least, please. Oh no, I'm using the wrong thing, aren't I? Yeah, it's fine. Oh. 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 No. Okay, I guess I'm just shooting it. Could have just done this to begin with. Nice and easy. Oh, reload. There we go. Uh-huh. What's that powerful effect? I'll hear you, and then I'm probably gonna hop.
Should I pretend I haven't seen you?
Orma, Arcane Intention. Intention's kind of shite. I mean, I couldn't get a Forma. I'd rather get a ribbon at this point.
There'll be other times.
Okay. I'll take a look in a moment. Got stretch. I'd make sure I'm not actively dying. Well, no, I'm actively dying. We all are. But... Okay. So let's take a look at this Discord stuff. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Wait, is that? What? You may spend mana as though it were any color to activate. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate abilities of creatures you control. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Tap to exile target card from the graveyard. When a creature card is exiled this way. That would go really good in my Goblin deck, I think. I just exile my my Spine Shooter, and then that'll be great. I don't know. It seems like a really flexible card. I don't know. Like the effect is really powerful. It's really cheap to get. I don't know if the meta has a way of reliably generating a lot of 1/1 counters and an effect that you don't want on like the game as in terms of health doesn't want on multiple creatures. I'm pretty sure you can figure out something like that. For instance, like in slivers, it would probably just burst them wide open, right? Because like all slivers having the sliver activated abilities are kind of nutty, right? This Goblin Spine Shooter as an activated ability. I think this will be very interesting in terms of multicolor decks as well. So, most common combo. Okay, let's take a look. So that is Sheoldred the Apocalypse. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever your opponent draws a card, they lose a life. Lifelink, pay 7, draw 7 cards. So basically, you have Sheoldred on the field. So, okay, pay 7 life is the activated effect. Well, you can't pay mana for it, but it doesn't matter because you're gaining 14. Yeah, you're gaining 14. I mean, Grizzlebrand has always been meta, so I'm not surprised by it. Oops again. But like I like I can see why it's common. I don't think like because what you're gonna find some way to cheese Grizzlebrand into the graveyard, and then by like turn 3 you'll get Sheoldred out, and then you put a 1/1 counter on it, right? Yeah. I get that. Um, I'm like when I was playing Magic, I was more on the white weenies or like swarmy kind of builds. So um there are a couple of there's a couple ways that white and black, mostly white and red, no, red and white and green have the ability to give lots of +1/+1s. And there are also artifacts that spawn with X number of +1/+1 counters. So, or creatures too, even. So, like, I'm thinking, is there like a card that is horrifically toxic to have activated abilities that like you can just mass produce with them, right? For instance, is there like tap to do X or something, you know? Because, like, yeah, you can draw your deck, sure. Um, because, like, Cauldron can exile any number of creatures, right? Or activated effects. Let me just double check. Creatures you control. Yeah, all creature cards exile. So, yeah, like, it's gonna be jank. It's gonna be super jank. Let's see. When Ranger Captain Eos enters the battlefield, you may search your library, sacrifice it. Your opponents can cast non-creature spells this turn. So that's basically making like a token-based floodgate, right? That's basically what you're doing. And it's a non-creature floodgate instead of a creature floodgate. I can see that. Um, Especially if you have something like a Johnny or any of the Ajani's really, or the white planeswalkers that just like, oh, +1 or -2 give ++, right? Um, doesn't Elseth do that as well? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like +1/+1 counters can come from anywhere. Like you can get them from squirrels too, or slivers, or goblins, or anywhere. Scarecrows do that too. But like I'm so ill-informed of like modern magic that doesn't really matter to me. It's interesting. It's interesting to think around and toy with, but there are just so many cards out there now that I'm not even going to bother like taking a look. I'll take a look for more interest, more so than like balance. Well, like one of the saving graces of Agatha's is that it only works on active abilities. And under most cases you can't activate multiple activated abilities at the same time, right? But there are cases where you're going to be like paying cards, discarding, or milling yourself to activate these abilities, and realistically you only need one of these cards to have the ability if it's like a non-tapping ability. So I think um the biggest like jank thing that you can do with it is have an activated ability that affects 1/1 counters. Yeah. Or untap for like 1 life, right? Or something like that. Now, what would be funny is if if there was a way, and I know you can technically do this with some of the older cards, but imagine if you could force your player or the enemy to play an Agatha's and force them to always activate their thing and then give them a what what was that card? It was like a nightmare, I think. Nightmare, like basically it's just like, oh, just tap this creature this turn. Or something stupid like that. Just like the most jank thing. Let's see. Machias, the Lunarch. Yeah, so basically that gives 2 activated abilities on like everything, right? There's a lot of potential for you to do silly things, and I think it could be quite healthy if like maybe limited to a certain extent. Steel Overseer. Yeah, because like yeah, the biggest issue is like stemming out. Like it's just the balancing act of it. That's all. That's just the biggest thing I'm considering. Because it's probably gonna be fun for like one rotation, and then people are gonna find the meta of it, and then they're gonna have to ban it. That's basically how it's just gonna end up. Because I think a card like this would do really well in like cubes because it'd just be funny. It'd just be really funny. No, of course it's causing problems in modern. Like that's like that's just the nature of the card, right? Because you're basically opening up the floodgates to like I would imagine that blue and black are some of the more problematic ones because they can cheat things into the graveyard way easier. At least I think those are the colors that do it. Red might do it too. If you could put like 1/1 counters on creatures in your hand, that would be funny because you could do things like Street Wraith as well. Wait, green has ways of cheating things into the graveyard? Huh. Interesting. Like green is more so for like ramp from what I remember, and like it's like mana ramp and power ramp and toughness, like power and toughness ramp. Like those are the things I know green for. I mean, they got swarming in terms of elves. I hate elves. Elves should go like disappear. Yeah. So for like black is graveyard cheating for sure. I imagine that blue does it as well, but nowhere near as efficiently as black. Yeah, no. Like green I just don't like green as a color. So blue and green I have the biggest problems with, mostly because like they push a very specific agenda that isn't necessarily fun to play against, right? Um, white is close because like their agenda is kind of just boring, but like the common like push for the green and blue are like annoying. It's like, oh, we're gonna swarm the field, we're gonna have the biggest things, we're gonna have the most mana. Um, blue is like you're not allowed to play the game. Black like black is just you're terrified of everything that black can do, but um like in certain niche situations, black is like horrible because you got to play around zombies. Oh, let's take a look. Okay, let's see. Hardened scales. If one counters would be placed on a creature, Ozolith, the Shattered Spire. Legendary artifact, the Ozolith. Like, I don't know. I don't. like, yeah, I don't really enjoy like playing against green or blue back in the day. I just like having a bunch of little dudes. I like having like putting a timer on the game in terms of like, um, hey, I have a very fair playstyle until it isn't. You know? That's about it. But anyways, like for the most part, I'm not getting back into Magic. You can't make me. Unless someone pays me a decent chunk of change to play the game, I'm probably not going to touch Magic. And that's all there is to it. Um, yeah. But otherwise, I think I'm done for the done the stream for the day. And I will try to stream the whatchamacallit, the dev stream in a little bit because I want to see. There's quite a few things happening, so I'm very keen on seeing them. So I'm just gonna quickly take a look at the dev stream schedule. The there are three or four things happening. There's quality of life changes coming to the game, and cross save if that's something you care about. And then there is the Gath's release. So those are two big things. I'm looking really forward to a lot of the quality of life. I'm looking forward to the Gath. I'm looking forward to Hydroid's complete overhaul because based off of how it was phrased, it's not just a basic rework, it's a complete overhaul of the Warframe. And I look forward to playing with that. And last but not least, definitely not least, something I'm really looking forward to is the companion update. Because they're going to overhaul how companions work. Hopefully it's not just companions, but also pets as a whole, because we also have non-companion pets like specters, Clem, uh, we have summons and things like that, and mind control. Those are all things to take a look at. So let's see. It will be 2 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Warframe. So, and it's a Tau Forged Archon shard, so that's another reason to watch it. So, maybe they'll be adding some things to Navarus Knights. Hopefully, like if that's the case, then I'll be just streaming Navarus Knights for a little bit too. But overall, like I'm looking forward to seeing more things. Plague Star is not coming back. Don't ever ask. Like, I know a couple people, personally that like are like, oh, we want Plague Star to come back, or we want, what was it called? Um, Orphix Venom to come back. I'm just like, eh. Like, Orphix Venom would be nice because you can just buy any arcanes that you want, but eh. I missed that boat. I don't intend on ever going back to it. Anyways, so I will see you around 2 p.m. Eastern on Thursday because there will be a dev stream then, and I think it would be interesting to watch together. So, anyways, aside from that, thank you all for watching. I think this will be ta-ta for now.